Ever get that feeling where you're nodding along, pretending to get something when you totally don't?
Oh, all the time.
Right. Like you're in a conversation and everyone's using words you've never even heard of.
Or someone tells a joke and it just goes right over your head.
Exactly. And you just kind of smile and hope no one notices. Well, today we're going deep on that whole pretending to understand thing.
Sounds intriguing.
We'll be diving into some excerpts from Facetious, Riddles, and Reroutes, which, by the way, is our word of the day.
Facetious. I like it.
Right. It basically means treating serious issues with deliberately inappropriate humor. Like, using sarcasm to deflect.
Ah, so it ties into our theme of self-deception then.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we pretend to understand things as a way of avoiding uncomfortable truths.
Makes sense. It's like, if I don't acknowledge the problem, maybe it'll just go away.
Exactly. The book actually uses the example of misreading signals from a crush.
Ooh, it's a classic.
Right, like you convince yourself they're totally into you, even if all the signs point to not interested.
Happens to the best of us. I think it goes back to that human tendency to cling to desired outcomes.
Even when the evidence is screaming the opposite, right?
Yeah, it's like our brains are wired for optimism, even if it means bending reality a bit.
So is that where the whole rerouting idea comes in? Because Facetious Riddles and Reroutes talks a lot about recognizing when a path isn't working and making a change.
Absolutely. Rerouting is all about recognizing those moments where you're banging your head against a wall and saying, okay, maybe there's a better way.
So it's not about giving up.
Not at all. It's about being smart and adaptable.
And sometimes admitting you don't have all the answers.
Exactly. The book actually makes a point of saying giving up is not inherently bad. Sometimes it's the most logical choice.
That's a good point. I think we're often conditioned to see giving up as a failure.
Right, but sometimes it's just a sign of maturity and self-awareness.
Knowing when to cut your losses and move on.
Precisely. It's like that John Denver lyric, life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle.
Ooh, I like that. So how do we apply that to, say, the crush scenario? If you're constantly misreading signals, how do you reroute?
Well, I think the first step is to be honest with yourself.
About how you're interpreting things.
Exactly. Are you seeing what you want to see, or are there actual concrete signs of interest?
And if the signs aren't there,
then it might be time to reroute your energy towards something else.
focus on building other connections, pursuing your own passions, things like that.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe down the line, the right person will come along.
And you'll be in a better place to recognize them because you've done the work on yourself.
Exactly. Rerouting isn't just about avoiding pain. It's about creating a life that's more fulfilling and authentic.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, we want to leave you with this. What riddles are you facing right now that might need some rerouting? What areas of your life might benefit from a shift in perspective or a new approach? Take some time to reflect on that. And remember, rerouting isn't failure. It's an opportunity for growth and discovery.
It's about taking control of your path and creating a journey that truly aligns with your goals and values.
So until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep rerouting.
And never be afraid to admit when you don't understand something. We've all been there.
That's right. Happy rerouting, everyone.
Happy rerouting.